Alright, what's popping with it? Right now, I don't know if y'all saw the ranking the foods and everything else we did the other day, but right now we're about to rank film franchises. So I feel like we got a couple of options and a couple different films and stuff, obviously, but let's get straight into it. So, The Godfather. Off the rip, I feel like The Godfather is essential. I actually got a couple Godfather posters. Um, Godfather is an excellent movie. Only thing is, mad long. Just like all the movies though back in the day, it used to be mad long because you gotta think about it, like they were trying to make it worth your money. You know what I'm saying? Um, worth your money and they money. You know, it used to take mad long to record movies back in the day. If you think about it, it used to take mad long to record movies back in the day. If you think about it, but I'm gonna give that one an A. That one gets an A in my book. Honestly, that might be controversial, but that's an A in my book. So hold on, refreshes. Okay, I guess an A. So now Marvel Studios. I'm not exactly sure what that just means. The whole film franchise. So the Marvel Studios film franchise series. Honestly, it started out good, but and this might be a hot take. This might be a hot take, but it's gone downhill. My boy Stan Lee used to be the one really holding it down. You know, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But ever since then, it's been downhill for real. If I'm being completely honest, that's just my opinion. But overall, they get an A though. They get an A. So now John Wick. John Wick is good. I'm not gonna lie. They got old boy's dog, and then you know what I'm saying, it was all raps from there. You feel me? That whole series is good. I'll give it. I think I'll give that one a B though, just because honestly, personally, I haven't seen all of them. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen all of them, but I do know that it ain't no joke. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I hope that 007 is on here because that's kind of what we can compare it to. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, 007 is on here. How I guess. But I'll give that one. I'll give that one a B. That one gets a B in my book. Um, Walt Disney, Walt Disney Animation Studios. Oh yeah, off the rip they get an S. Just off the muscle. They held down number one in a lot of people's childhood. Off the rip. I can't think of some Walt Disney movies right now, but I know that they for sure had all the joints. I thought I would just be yawning. Like I'm just keep yawning. Okay, Harry Potter. Harry Potter's good. Harry Potter was good. I never really. I think I might have got to the third or fourth one. I need to rewatch them. I need to rewatch that whole series. But I'm a man. That's kind of hard because I think I might have to give that one a C. I think I might have to give that one a C because Harry Potter was good. Nah, 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 nah. I give it a B. I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. Spider Man, that gets A. Spider Man's goaded all day. And then how they figured out to have a whole bunch of different spins with all the different people. And that's the thing. I heard a take, and ever since then, I don't know. Black Panther, they were talking about how Black Panther, how Chadwick Boseman, the person that played him, you know what I'm saying? They should have replaced him instead of just getting rid of the whole character. Lights went off. I'ma just, I'ma just keep going. On to the next person. Night at the Museum was a good series. I don't know why that light turned off. I guess the battery died. Um, but Night at the Museum was good. I get that was. I don't get to see though. I don't get to see. The Hobbit. I've never really watched it like that. That's like the spinoff of Lord of the Rings or something, right? Or am I tripping? I don't get a D. Cause I've heard good things. Just like I've never seen Resident Evil. Heard good things about it, but Star Wars. Star Wars is good. Star Wars is good, especially anyone with the new shows. I feel like they did pretty good on the Mandalorian and those other shows. So just off the muscle of that, I feel like I feel like that's A. I feel like I'll give that an A. Back to the Future, that whole series is good, but ain't it only? It's only two movies. I think it's only two movies in Back to the Future. That's the only thing. So it's like that's not even. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's a franchise for sure. That's a three-peat. But like, yeah, I got my mind made up. That's a B. Yeah, that's a B. It's a good movie though. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not playing. Narnia. Get that a E. Okay. Toy Story is good, right? The Toy Story film franchise is good. That joint go up to like Toy Story 6 or 7. But for some reason, as a kid, every time I watched it, I would just fall asleep. And I thought it was because it was a long movie. But looking back on it now, the movies is only like an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I was never. It was never like people are like, oh, Toy Story was one of my main movies. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, more power to you. But I think I'm gonna give it a B. I think I'll give it a B. Mission Impossible. Yeah, I'll get that a E. James Bond, just off the strength of the music, gets a B. Background music is always crazy. They always do their thing with that music in the back, man. That always makes it happen. I'm not gonna lie, it's something about that music. It's something about the music. X Men is a good series, honestly. And I don't think X Men gets enough credit as a movie and as a movie series. But sometimes the story and the graphics just look kind of off. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's just me, or if I'm tripping, or if I'm wrong for that. But yeah, so I think that gets to C though. I'll give that one a C. Mm, mm, I guess a D. Oh, Rocky was valid. Rocky was valid. They had bro fighting everywhere. He was fighting people from Russia, from states, from different everywhere. And then when they had going Kimbo Slice on that movie, going Kimbo Slice in there, man, man, made everybody feel like they could box for a day, and then get their behind hit. You know what I'm saying? Rocky was good. Rocky's a good series, I think. I guess an A. I guess an A for sure. Batman. The Batman series gets an S. I'm not gonna lie. Batman, all the Batmans, solid. Lord of the Rings, I guess a D. Yeah. The Hangover. I think I might have seen like the first Hangover or like the second Hangover, but that's about it. And then that was the one where they had the baby, right? Or is that Hot Tub Time Machine? Alright, those two are kind of similar if you think about it. Those two are actually mad similar. But um, that one gets a D too. That one gets another D. Kung Fu Panda, I wasn't expecting for this to be in there. Kung Fu Panda gets an A because they teach a lot of good. There's a lot of good lessons in Kung Fu Panda, for real. But at the same time, it's a great movie. I guess an A. Matter of fact, I think I might get an S. Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street gets a C. It's good. It's good, but the Mummy. That's alright. The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games was good. I remember back in school, the people be having the books, daggone movies, everything. But I feel like after the first one or the second one, that joint got played out, and then you would see the trailers for the movie, and then everything just looks all white. I feel like you couldn't see anything. You feel what I'm saying? It was all washed out. I was like, what's going on with this movie? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like it got played out kind of quick. For that, you get a D. Rush Hour. What do you mean, Rush Hour? Rush Hour was good. Chris Tucker, and all of them. All right, that's Rush Hour, right? Rush Hour get a C though. I should have gave it a B. I should have stuck with B. But Rambo, B. Yeah, no, I'm gonna give Rambo a B. Rambo is good. Godzilla, Godzilla was pretty good. The only thing about Godzilla and Kong and all those is they don't speak. They don't talk English. They don't speak. You know what I'm saying? It's always just roar, roar, boom, 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 beats on their chest, roar. Like, and then it's like the other characters that always be talking. You feel what I'm saying? Um, so I feel like Godzilla gets a C. Godzilla was good though. It's not bad. Die Hard. I was looking for this earlier. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, number one, and Die Hard is good. It gets a B in my book. Alien. I might have seen that a couple times. Pretty good. I'll give it a C. Twilight. A classic. I never really watched it. You know what I'm saying? I was never like the biggest Twilight watcher. Like, oh, let me. And I know that was like back early when that came out. People used to go crazy for Twilight. Are you Edward? Are you Team Edward? Or are you Team Butterwell? Or are you Team Butter? Or are you Team Bella? Or are you Team. I'm Team These Nuts. How about that? Here, suck 'em. Like, what? Twilight, though, I'll give it a C because it held its own. You know what I'm saying? Sharknado, I need a D. LGBT Transformers. What? Transformers in general is goaded, but I don't know. I don't know what this version is, but I'll give it a B. I don't know what that version is. How to Train Your Dragon, valid is I, and I give it a D. Star Trek is cool, and I give it a D. I never really watched Shrek though. Shrek, that'll get a B. Matter of fact, Shrek might get a A. Shrek is a classic. I don't think like you can throw that on sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? You got a whole bunch of different like ways to go about it. You got Donkey. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's classic film. Matter of fact, I think that's S tier. The Matrix, S tier. The Matrix is good, and if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Avatar, I'm not. I'm gonna give it an A. Just because the first one was good. I wouldn't count it as a franchise. I haven't seen two, but I saw trailers and I'm like, I feel like it messed up the whole, like the whole series. You feel what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but yeah, I had that's why it's a A. It's a A. I'm not gonna rate it a franchise because I don't know about the second one, but I'll give it a A. Ain't this the same thing as Marvel? This ain't no. What series is this? Ain't no series. Friday the 13th was good. Friday the 13th gets a B. Men in Black a B. Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious is good, but only up to Fast and Furious 5. Because anything after Fast and Furious 5 is a superhero movie. And I don't know at what point they was like, let's go about it that way. You know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't have happened. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but Fast and Furious, I'll still give it an A though, just because the first five was good. Jason Bourne, that gets a yeah, that's a D. The Terminator is good, but I give it like a C. Mad Max, I give it a D. Ice Age is a classic. Ice Age is a classic. Bro used to be that squirrel chasing that nut. You know what I'm saying? And that's like that really is an analogy for life. You really gotta be careful. You trying to chase that bag. You trying to chase that nut or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the whole world crashing down by the bus open, and you ain't getting, and you can't get to the bread. You feel what I'm saying? Or you can't get whatever you chasing after. Whatever you chasing after so hard, you ain't aware what's going on around you. You feel me? So that Ice Age though, that get an A. Ice Age is a classic. I don't know about no Underworld. I don't know about Monsterverse. Ocean's 11 is classic. I'm not gonna lie. The one with the Rihanna and all the women and all that, that might have been better than the first one. I might have to rewatch the first one, but I feel like I might stand on that. But overall, Ocean 11 was pretty good. I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. Alvin and the Chipmunks. I wasn't expecting for that one to be up here. I wasn't expecting for no Alvin and the Chipmunks to be up here. That's a classic though. I don't know how they made so many, and I don't know how people was watching them for so long when it was just like one actor with like the voice cut up and mad high. But for how long ago Alvin and the Chipmunks came out, that joint actually, the way it looks, like the graphics and stuff, they did a pretty good job. I'll give it a B. Ninja Turtles is always a classic. I'm gonna give that a B. Cars, S tier. There's no movie. There's no S tier. Cars is a classic. The first one's good. The second one's good. The third one is good too, for sure. But that first one is a classic, and that gets a S. We really could just end it right there. We don't even need to see nothing after that one, honestly. But DC Planet of the Apes is another good series. That gets an S. Planet of the Apes is a classic. Planet of the Apes is a great series. So is Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park gets an S too. Finding Nemo, that gets an S too. They coming through with the classic at the last second. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I don't know about Pokemon. I watched it, but it was never like, you feel me? I guess a D. Pirates of the Caribbean, however you want to say it. That's a classic too. I give it an A. Indiana Jones, I've seen before, and it was I give it a C. Madagascar, I give it a B. Despicable Me is better than Minions. I don't know how people like to do Minions. That's all the Minions we talking about. But I'm gonna give that a C. So that's our final list. So Walt Disney, Dark, Batman, Kung Fu, Shrek, Matrix, Cars, Planet of the Apes, Jurassic Park, and Finding Nemo are all S tier movies in my book. Those are all S tier movies or film franchises. The Godfather, Marvel Studios, Spider Man trilogy, Star Wars, Rocky, Avatar, Fast and Furious, Ice Age, and Pirates of the Caribbean. A tier movies, so like great movies. John Wick, Harry Potter, Back to the Future, Toy Story, 007, Rambo, Die Hard, Transformers, Friday the 13th, Men in Black, Ocean 11, Alvin and Chipmunks, Teen Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Madagascar. B tier movies in my book. Night at the Museum, X Men, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Mummy, Rush Hour, Godzilla, Alien, Twilight, The Terminator, Indiana Jones, and Despicable Me are C tier movies in my book. The Hobbit, Meet the Fockers, The Lord of the Rings, The Hangover, The Hunger Games, Sharknado, How to Train Your Dragon, Star Trek, Jason Bourne, Mad Max, DC, and Pokemon are D tier movies. Let me know if any of these are like throwing y'all off. You feel what I'm saying? And leave a like if y'all feel like these are right. I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it back and I'm like, this makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like these are like when it comes to how would I feel when I watch a movie and like would I watch it again? This is about right. You feel what I'm saying? But all of these overall some classic movies or classic film franchises for sure. And then final, least but not last but not least, Resident Evil, Narnia, Mission Impossible. Cool movies. Those are alright. But those other ones are cool. But for now, I appreciate y'all watching. We ranking film franchises. Let me know if there's anything else y'all want to see me rank, and I just might. You know what I'm saying? But for now, y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. Y'all be easy. Peace.